Due to COVID-19, California Interscholastic Federation has decided to postpone all sporting events and activities for the fall and winter of 2020.
CIF Executive Director Ron Nocetti spoke about the changes to the 2020-2021 athletic competition schedule.
And I'm sure you've seen the press release that we put out. And so the main change, obviously, was that we went from 3 seasons of sport to 2 seasons of sport and delayed the start to kind of the December-January period. Obviously, most of the what were now considered traditional fall sports would begin playing games in January, but they could, depending on the section, be allowed to practice as early as in December, maybe even play a few games in December, depending on where we are at that time. In San Francisco, you deal with 3 different sections. You have the San Francisco section, you have the Central Coast section, and then you have even some schools in the North Coast sections.
I think we've got some big hurdles to overcome, but I think it's great that there's something in place for us so these kids can go play. I think a lot of it has to do with us getting prepared, and football is one of the toughest sports that we have to prepare for. We have to be stronger, faster, we have to build that team community. So I think there's a lot of hurdles to overcome.
Head coach of Abraham Lincoln High School, Philip Ferrigno, also spoke about the idea of social distancing while working out.
If we do it right, and if our section, the San Francisco section, and also our schools let us back on campus so we can actually do some social distancing working out, I think we'll be all right and get ahead of it. But right now we're kind of behind all the other counties.
Not only did the COVID-19 pandemic impact high school sports this upcoming fall and winter, but it may even affect the next level as well. Los Padanos College head football coach Chris CIF spoke about the potential impact it may have at the next level.
But with now us taking part in the spring, our season being in the spring, and their season being in the spring, so it's definitely going to hurt us a little bit having those seniors on campus.
Coach CIF acknowledges that it will be tough to monitor the players throughout the season once the players return.
Honestly, with the NFL, talking football specifically, they got a lot of resources to be able to take care of their players in the bubble, and they talk about stuff like that. Same thing at the college level. I know over the last couple months there were a lot of Division I schools who were having some issues with positive tests and stuff like that. That's a tough question for sure, and we're trying to take all the precautionary steps, the guidelines, to try to make sure our players are safe.
Both Coach Ferrigno and Coach CIF expressed that this is the right decision by the CIF to keep everybody safe and worry about sports once things get better.